All right, I wanted to be able to say welcome back onto my channel, which we came up with the title, which is Hot Mess Express. We decided on that last week after we got done with the video. My husband went over some bullet points with me over the past video, and I never introduced myself. So I wanted to come on and introduce myself first this time. My name is Melanie. I live in Missouri. I work outside of the home. I do have 4 children, 2 that live with us and 2 that are grown that live out on their own. And my husband, which we've been married for just over 3 years, but we have been together coming up on our 12-year anniversary. I wanted to do my breakdown, my bullet points, that way I could stay on track like I did in my first video, and it really helped me a lot, so I wasn't saying and ah and trying to figure out what I was doing. So I'm going to start with my monthly bills for this check, what the breakdown is and how much it costs. I'm going to show you my paycheck breakdown, how I do it. I'm going to show you that you can do it on your own. You don't need to purchase one if you don't want to yet. If you want to kind of pinpoint or pin down what you're doing before you commit to a binder, you obviously can do it on your own. You can do it on an Excel worksheet, which we can do in another video, or you can do it on a piece of paper like I do. There's many different options that you can make on your own, and you don't have to purchase one yet. I want to show you where I went wrong on my last video, or since my last video for my breakdown of my paycheck, and why my savings challenge isn't started is because I went wrong and I didn't budget for some things, so I went over budget. Good thing that I have a cushion. In this video, we're going to keep in mind that there is always progress, not perfection. No budget will ever be perfect. Things come and go. When you get done with one challenge, you start another, or when you get done with one bill, another bill might pop up. So it's always progress. You just need to find what fits for you and your budget. Finally, at the very end of the video, we're going to do our favorite part with it, which is cash stuffing. This week, I have a little bit less money to stuff. It's still the same amount. Because of my miscellaneous, I needed to up just in case anything comes around that I didn't plan for. So on to my paycheck. I wrote these down for my paychecks. Every paycheck that I have for the rest of this year in 2022. These I had in my last video. These are in this video. I wanted to show you kind of how I broke it down by which day of the month the paycheck is. So this, even though it says July 2022, these bills are actually for August, because August check doesn't start, first check isn't until the 7th. So technically these are August 3rd and 5th. Over here has my total, even though Netflix did come out this morning, which is a couple days early, which is fine. I'm going to highlight that now so I can keep track of it. Over here in pencil, I have a different amount because these are what the actual amount was. I didn't think that this was going to change as much as what it did, or even by $1, but I wanted to keep track of what I was actually spending. So it equals out to be $195 as well. So I didn't write a different total, but it's just that, you know, this one went up one, went up some, and this one went down. So it's just what I had budgeted for this amount of this paycheck. And as you can see, I have them all listed. And this is till the end of the year, which is December 23rd. And most of these will be going to January's. So this is my breakdown of my paycheck, of how I wanted it broke down per category. So this is my July 22nd paycheck. My paycheck is $850. Although I do get paid a little bit more, it varies because of the time that I have since I clock in and out. I wanted to keep the rest of it as a buffer. So I pay for my insurance for my kids. I pay for insurance for me. I pay for my retirement fund out of my paycheck. So it all gets taken out of this. My bills for this month is $195. As you can see, these are different and these are the correct totals. So they still equal $195. So that leaves me from $850 down to $655. And these are my variances for each paycheck. I have groceries and gas for $360, which leaves me with $295. These are my sinking funds that I have. The totals are different as what I had said in my first video. because I needed to move some money around. I did have a little sheet of what would make the total if I had saved all these amounts. I must have thrown it away because it was not going to be work anyways. I had wrote these down if I had saved this amount for the next 13 weeks, which is now 12 weeks till the end of the year, how much I would have saved. But I threw it away. So that leaves me with a balance of $145. And this was going to be what I was going to do. Amazon, I was going to put extra money towards my Amazon account, and I was going to put some money away for school stuff, which would have left me with $130. And then out of the $145, so I'd have $15 left, and I was going to have that as a buffer. The reason I have a buffer is my gas I pay off of a card because I have the Upside app. So I get cash back whenever I get gas at certain locations. When I got gas, my gas was actually $30.01, and my savings account automatically takes the extra change. So since I do $30.01, 99 cents goes into my checking account. A small savings initiative to keep going with that. I've saved about $45 since March. So it's not much, but it's saving towards something, which is better than nothing. You know, progress, not perfection. So the reason why I have these crossed off is because I had spent extra money down here. And I think I also had a couple dollars that I had given my kids for, because I have a couple dollars in my wallet. But I had give my kids money for like drinks or something at the gas station or whatever. So I had to cross that out. I do have a buffer of $44 right now. And technically it's not a buffer because I still have to get gas one more time. So I really have, so this is my breakdown. I hid what I have in my account because for whatever reason. So this is my paycheck breakdown, and this is what I decided to do, which is what the budget mom. I wrote down what was coming out of my paycheck or out of my checking account since I got my paycheck, which was on 7/22. I withdrew $190 in cash, so I could put that towards my cash stuffing. I used 40 of that towards the Dollar Tree. There goes my miscellaneous. For gas, I did $31, and then Minimizer says that it came out of this paycheck, but I had budgeted for the last paycheck, so I didn't subtract this out of my total budget for this. So these ones right here, my Bank of America credit card, we had gotten pizza, dentist, we ate out, and Netflix did come through finally. So that left me with $519. Now, these are the credit cards that I have coming out that hasn't came out yet, even though I did pay them on the 22nd. So these will come out and it'll leave me with $44, which isn't much, but 30 of that dollar still has to go towards my gas. So that does leave me with almost $15. So I still kind of have my buffer in order to use for my change for my checking account. I shouldn't have anything coming out this paycheck. I should only have the $50 of miscellaneous that I have to spend. And that's if I want to get coffee in the morning or Smoothie King or whatnot. I'll just have to use cash. So these are what I had spent extra. I just wanted to show you how I do my breakdown. Again, this is my breakdown, how I decided to do it, just so I can kind of nail down what I'm doing and see how I can go from there. This is the money savings chart that I wanted to start last video, but I wasn't able to because I didn't have enough of a buffer. My next video, I will definitely have one of these colored in. I have miscellaneous money set aside. If I don't use that money, whatever I don't use, I'm going to color one of these in. I am determined. It says one per week. If I can get one, great. If not, at least one every other week, or at least a paycheck is going to work. We're going to try. And I think I'm going to try and do one of these also and put like maybe a dollar amount in there. And maybe we can get a little bit extra of $1,000. Like maybe whatever's left over in my miscellaneous, I can just throw in the jar and we can write it up here and then add that in. Just an idea, not necessarily going to happen. So in my video, I said that I like working with numbers and I like working with cash. So a budgeting channel is perfect for me because it combines both of the things that I love. So this is my 2023 paychecks. I don't know if I'm going to have these bills in 2023. I'm hoping I can get rid of at least one of them, one of my lower credit cards, which is only like $700 right now. I'm going to try and take one of those out. So my plan for this was I'm going to use these next year. I'm going to leave them into my binder. But hopefully by the end of the year, when I get to like September or October, I can cross one of these credit cards out and completely be done. And as soon as I get done paying off some of these credit cards, I'm canceling them, ripping them up, getting rid of them. I am going to keep one or two only because I get cash back and I can save that up for vacation. Like my Walmart card, I get 5% cash back when I order online. 5% of cash back is something. Just save it up throughout the next year and see how much I can save. So I'm going to keep this, and hopefully next year when we're working on this and I still have a YouTube channel, we can come back to this and say, all right, so it's only March, but we got rid of a credit card. And, you know, we can decide about that with our income tax or anything like that. But this is definitely something that I want to work on my own. I got into my debt by myself, not my husband. He worked out his debt, and it's time for me to work out my debt. And it's wonderful that he's very supportive on what we're going through. So that's how that's going to happen. So now we're going to get to cash stuffing. Bear with me. I was practicing my cash stuffing. I like to do a run through of each of my videos before I do it. And I just kind of set my money in front of the binder. That way I know where it's going. But since I already did that, I need to take this out and put it over here. I'm trying to do the highest denomination possible in each of these envelopes. I don't want to do like those swapping out videos have. So this is what I'm trying to work with, the highest video. So you probably will never see me have like a whole bunch of money up here because I literally want to do the lowest or the highest denomination to where I'm not switching it out as much. I'm keeping one binder till the end of the year. Maybe next year I'll have another binder. But for right now, this is what we have. So as you saw on my list, I wanted to do one for school stuff, for their school supplies. I do have money saved for their school supplies in my savings account, but I wanted to try and take the burden off of that and keep some money in there. So maybe next week we can stuff some money in this, or next paycheck. So for my car maintenance, let me get to my little sheet. So my car maintenance is going to get $20. This is like the first time that I get to pull money out and count it together, so I'm very excited. So I had $20 in there before, $20, $40, so now I have $40 into my car maintenance. I know I'm going to need a gas or a oil change pretty soon, so that's what I'm saving for. Christmas is only getting $10. My husband and I both split Christmas between the kids. It's we spend the same amount. He gets 2, I get 2. So I don't have to buy for all 4 kids. And again, I do have money in my savings, but this will help me get through it to the end of the year. So I'm not taking money out of my savings. For dog care, I am putting $10 in there because I know they're both going to need shots. So in here, I did not count the other one. So this one has 20 and 30. I'd rather have the smaller monies in front so it doesn't look as much, but everybody does it differently. So we're going to pull this money out. We had $15 in there. So we're going to say 10, 20, and 5 into dog care. Emergencies is getting $10 as well. So we're going to take this out and do 10, 20, and 5 into my emergencies. And hopefully that doesn't come anytime soon so I can save a little bit more into this. My household, I'm thinking about keeping as household, but I'm going to do it for my Amazon account because I get of my household items, like my paper towels or my toilet paper, my dish pods, my dish detergent for my laundry. I get it from Amazon because it's simpler and easier and I don't have to worry about running out or anything. So we have $10, $20 in household. Savings challenge is getting $20. There's not much in here, but $20. So we have 20 and 40 into savings challenge. At the end of the year, I am going to just put this into my savings account. So that way I can keep it in there. I don't want to keep it into my binder. I can have a savings account and not touch it. So that's not what I'm worried about. I barely ever touch my savings account unless it's for Christmas or school supplies, which is where my money stays in there. Vacation is getting 20 also. So I'm going to take this out. It's going to be 20, 30, and 40. I'm going to put that in here. And there you go. And then miscellaneous is going to stay into my wallet. But I did put $50 in here. See? All right. So these envelopes are no joke. I admire the women that can do these and it stays, because this is self-laminating paper or laminating. And mine, even though I didn't go into the bubble, it's still breaking apart. So I'm thinking I'm just going to get like some tape, like some packing tape, and wrap it around once, because that seems to be the only way that I'm going to be able to keep it together. So in my miscellaneous, I have $50, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. This is for the 2 weeks. If I want something, it's going to be in my wallet. I'm going to do my best not to spend anything outside on my ATM card, my debit card. Everything that is going to be spent is going to be either out of this or it's not going to get spent. So that's my hope. And I will definitely be honest with you and keep you up to date on how well I do with this. So that'll go into my wallet when I'm done. I'll update my envelopes, which I can't wait, because it's going to make me so happy that I'll have 2 entries onto these envelopes and not just one. So I want to say thank you and appreciate you for stopping in on this video. I know it's not as interesting as some of those other cash stuffing envelopes. This is just the real life of someone that has a lot of debt and they're trying to build themselves out of it. So I hope you stay along for my journey and subscribe. I hope you comment down below and let me know how you liked this video or what maybe you would like to see more. This video will not always be just a cash stuffing video. It is going to be about decluttering my house and cleaning. I also have a lot of medical procedures coming up this year. So I'm going to take you along that journey. But right now, this is how I feel comfortable trying to get into the YouTube channel. So I'm just going to stick with this. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.